The Lino Lakes Department of Public Safety is growing. They are moving from police and emergency management services to also include a new fire department under the public safety umbrella.
Going forward, we'll be integrating fire services. We're well on our way to doing that.
This is a departure from the way fire service has worked in the community since 1985, when the Centennial Fire District was formed.
We have 3 stations. We cover around 33 square miles, something like that. We have 15 lakes, which geographically busts up the area really well so that it's hard to get from point A to point B. The 3 stations are located here, one in Lino Lakes, one in Centerville, and one in Circle Pines. So we get some pretty good coverage out of those 3 stations.
While the 3 cities are still joined as a fire district, they are looking at how things are going to work when Lino Lakes officially leaves the district in January of 2016.
There's a lot of unknowns right now. We've gotten a lot done, but we got a lot of work ahead of us.
The first set of unknowns is what equipment they will be able to leave the district with. Later this month, the 3 cities will divide the fire equipment proportionally to population and financial percentage involvement in the district. Centerville and Circle Pines have committed to keep working together as the Centennial Fire District, even after Lino Lakes leaves. But both the future Centennial Fire District and the forthcoming fire division of the Lino Lakes Department of Public Safety could end up having to purchase more equipment.
You know, we will participate in the distribution of assets at the Centennial Fire District, and after that process is completed that afternoon, we'll know what infrastructure and what equipment we will own and be available to us for our operations in January of 2016. Once we have that information, then we can go out and begin to fill any equipment needs that we have going forward.
While this process is moving forward, a group is trying to stop it. They call themselves the Concerned Citizens for Emergency Services.
It's made up of firefighters, and there's some Lino Charter members in there, and basically just citizens around the community. And what it's about is this decision that Lino Lakes has made to pull out of the Centennial Fire District. We think it's bad. We think it's bad for the community. We think it's bad for response times, costs, a lot of different things.
They've been sharing their thoughts on their website and Facebook page for months, and they recently began working with the Centennial Fire Relief Association, who started petitioning to bring the decision about leaving the fire district to the voters.
And then over the last probably week and a half, the Centennial Fire Relief Association has gotten very involved, and they've been gathering petitions. So signatures, we needed 600, we got 888 in 4 days. So it's been fantastic turnout.
The petition is to add an ordinance to the city code. The ordinance is a little lengthy, but its purpose is simple.
It's to put the decision to the people. Rather than having the Lino Lakes City Council and Mayor make this decision for them, we're going to put it on the next general election ballot, and the people are going to decide whether to keep Centennial Fire District together.
And Mike says that they heard a lot of people agreeing with their concerns.
Overwhelmingly, it was supporting our decision to keep the Centennial Fire District together. Less than 1% of the people we talked to, door to door, didn't sign.
You know, I am aware that a petition has been submitted to the city, and I'm also aware that it's currently being reviewed by the city clerk and city attorney, and you know, we're going to let that play its course and see where that leads this process.
From here, the petition goes to the city clerk, who has to validate it. If validated, it goes to the city council, who has to choose how to act on it. If more signatures are added to the petition, they could automatically trigger a special election for the ordinance. But Director Swenson says that from his perspective, he cannot be distracted by potentials. He has to focus on the job.
Quite frankly, I've been given clear direction from the city council, who are the elected officials, who are my boss. And they have directed me to integrate fire services, and we will continue to move down that road until there's other direction given.
Mike says that while the Concerned Citizens Group does disagree with the city council, his concerns are solely about the safety of the community.
Really what it comes down to is service. I mean, this and us, we're not protesting this because we don't like the mayor or the city council. We think it's bad for the community. As far as response times are going to go, they're going to increase from, our average right now is 8 to 9 minutes. On the east side, when Lino switches over to 2 stations rather than 3, there's a whole section on the east side, east of 35E, where the response time is going to go up to over 14 minutes. And that's terrible if you consider fire doubles in size every 2 minutes. You can imagine someone have a cardiac arrest, something like that. 14 minutes is a long time.
According to the independent report commissioned by Lino Lakes, with the city's current fire station and a proposed fire station in the southern part of the city, response times would be good where there is a dense population. But fire response could take much longer on the eastern part of the city. The report assumes a 4-minute turnout time. That's the time from when the 911 call is made to the time the fire truck pulls out of the station. The report also indicates that parts of the city would take 14 minutes or more to reach, meaning it could take more than 18 minutes to respond to an emergency call on the eastern part of the city. However, Director Swenson says that before you can talk about response times, the city has to choose where to build its second fire station.
We have not selected a site. And so any discussion about response times and how it's going to affect specific areas of our city is premature going forward with the 2-station model that we'll have in Lino Lakes.
As the fire service shifts, the city knows that they will have to build a second fire station, and they are looking at 3 different possible locations on Birch Street. This station would have been coming whether Lino Lakes stayed with the Centennial District or not. And once it's built, residents in the southern part of the city can expect faster response times.
What I am absolutely confident in is that we, moving forward with the integration of our fire services, will provide and meet the expectations of our community and provide the same quality service they get today. And I further believe we will improve that quality of service in areas.
And while signatures continue to be gathered for the petition, the Lino Lakes Department of Public Safety is moving forward. They will be choosing a site for the new fire station in the near future, and they are getting ready to interview candidates for the new Deputy Director of Fire Operations position.
For the petition, it doesn't change the direction we're going or the direction we're planning on going, because our elected officials have told us what that direction is, and now we need to implement it. And the timetable set forth in front of us is such that we have to keep moving.
For North Metro TV News, Danica Peterson reporting.